live marathon, and we are live. And I got something here for you guys because right now, as we speak, we are ready.
Yeah.
We are live on the page, and guess what? We're hustling because today we have a hustler in the house. I've been doing a marathon right now. Every day I'm hustling. You know why I'm hustling? Because this guy right here, I'm about to introduce you one of my students. He's been hustling like crazy. So anyways, turn that off, guys. Anyways, I know I've been on live here. I'm going to be here all the time, doing a lot of different things. Jaron in the house with me here. And I want to introduce you to another one of my students. He is from Hollywood, LA, California, United States. For many of you guys watching from all over the world. What's going on, Jaron?
Things going good. It's going good.
That's awesome. Awesome. Yep. Anyways, I want to go through this guy's story. When I first met him, when I started working with him, coaching him, he had an amazing story. Literally, and I'm not joking. This is something that, you know, like if you guys watching this, you'll be like, yeah, right. Jaron was living in his car while going to school just so he can pay, you know, he can have money. And he was Ubering at the same time to make money for that. That's where we met. And that was how many years ago, Jaron?
That was 2 years ago, about 2017.
So almost 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. So you've been working with me for 2.5 years. You've been being coached and you got mentorship and stuff like that through this style. I know there was ups and downs in this whole entire journey. You get your butt kicked many times.
Yep.
Okay. But let's just maybe go back to that time we met and we started working together. So if you can actually go through that stuff, that'll be awesome.
Wow. I remember Cheryl actually was reaching out to me, and that's when we got on a call, a three-way call with Rafal and Cheryl, and I was telling them what's going on, and I was sleeping out of my car, living out of my car, doing Uber, driving Uber, Lyft, Postmates. I had them three, but mostly Uber, and going to school. So that's how we end up meeting. And Raph was there. He was, man, don't give up. And he was telling me save some money up, get some money, save up, save up, set a date and everything like that. And that's what I did.
But how many times through our journey? Because obviously, at the beginning, you had so many beliefs and you have so many things that you had to break through, and it took you like a year, 2 years to into it because you still didn't listen to my advice. And you thought you could figure on your own, but look at the lesson that you have learned. Remember that time that you said that, you know what, hey, I'm just going to trust people. And I think that's one of the biggest things with you is that you have such a big heart and you trust a lot of people, and it's good and it's bad at the same time. I was in the same boat as you. But yeah, I remember that time you were living in your car and you had, you know, you said, listen, I'm going to school. I'm just doing what I can. I just can't afford. And that's when I made the decision to be able to just provide for myself. And I think, you know, how are we going through? Can you just describe, like, you were going to school, going to doing the Uber and stuff like that. You're living in the car, you know, you were going to places to, you know, just study and maybe take a shower and things like that. Can you go through that? Because some people might be interested.
Well, I had to bring it back in 2016 because that's the year I keep seeing Ty Lopez's stuff popping up on YouTube and Facebook. And he the one that planted the seed to actually me read books. And I start reading Think and Go Rich. And there was another book, The Power of Self-Discipline. And when that happened, like, that's when my mind opened. It was like, wait a minute, this is how successful people think. So I started grabbing books, reading books and stuff like that. But my parents, they wasn't really with me what I'm doing with the online. There's other online stuff that I dealt with, other people I dealt with as well. And that's when, like, some stuff was happening. Parents disagree with me. They didn't really support what I was doing. They say they did, but they really didn't. And that's when I said, you know what, I'm gonna go to school because I still want to do animation and visual effects. And when that happened, I was there, and my mom at that time, I have two mothers, by the way. I guess her and my dad was talking and stuff like that. And my mom was complaining about my dad to my dad. And I was like, why are you doing that since this is your house? And I just had the decision, like, forget it. I'm just going to live out of my car because I got no support. They don't believe what I'm doing. And that's when I made that decision. And at the beginning of 2017. So that's how that happened. And that's what I was going through. And I had a cousin that was with me as well at the time, but I was sleeping out of my car. I made the decision to do that. And because I found out about online stuff. I really wanted to do that and go to school for animation and visual effects and figure this online business out. Because I've been a lot of stuff. I made a lot of mistakes starting off.
And I think at the beginning, when you were first talking about it, you said you made mistakes. You got involved with the wrong people. And there's a lot of people that have been either scammed or different things. So they just made the wrong decision. They didn't do the research. They trusted the wrong people. But I think there's a lot of people watching right now. And I come across with a lot of people. And right now, guys, if you guys are watching right now still, the reason I'm doing this, to sharing this, there's so many of my students that I've been working with for a long time. I want to share their stories. I want them to tell you what they accomplished or how their life has completely changed just by working with me. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm actually doing as well 20 minutes free strategy calls. I want to give back. I have learned over the last 4.5 years now online. Before this, I worked in the corporate world. I didn't have the skills that I have right now, but now I'm either going to point you to the right person or I'm going to be able to help you in any other way. You can do a strategy call. It's a 20-minute free complimentary call. If you guys are interested, reach out to me personally, and then I'll be able to help you out and see if we can, book a call just to chat and see if I can guide you in any way I can. But Jaron, when you first started out, and we have a lot of people that are starting up businesses, and because of the mindset, my dad was like, still doesn't know even what I'm doing. He just knows like, hey, you're doing great. You just bought the second home and all the other stuff. But it's like, what is it exactly that you do? He doesn't understand. And there are people that will not agree with you. They think going to school is still the way to go. Working for a regular job is the way to go. But now, especially now with the world, where the world changed, everything's going to be online. Companies will have to adjust. We don't know where the world is heading. And it's hard to hear. Sometimes you have to make a decision to live in your car because of that. But I think it was the right decision for you because you made a decision. Second of all, we met, which was actually pretty cool. And I think you learn a lot through your journey. And I think one of the strengths that you have is that you learn from your mistakes and you now learn how to ask for advice. Before, you weren't asking for advice. I remember before, it's like you would make a decision and I'm like, well, how come you didn't ask me? I would have just helped you. Remember that guy that was like trying to see and it was too good to be true? And so let's talk about, when you first started out working with me, what's some of the things that you notice for yourself? What's changed?
What's changed with myself is that one thing is focus, because I remember, like I said, like 2016 with shiny object syndrome, and you telling me, hey, don't just be hopping in different businesses because your income is it's going to different things. You're not going to make any money. So be tunnel vision and stay focused on what you're doing now. And that actually really helped me realize things on myself that, wow, like I made a lot of mistakes just by jumping little many things instead of building a great foundation first, instead of building one brick at a time. What I have now, I was just going to different many things, and you really did help me with that. You woke me up with that too.
Well, and I realized that you walk yourself up because you made a lot of decision. And even when sometimes when someone scams us or cheats us, it's not really their fault, it's our fault. We didn't do enough research. We trusted the wrong people. Like sometimes, yeah, they're good con artists, whatever it is, but at the same time too, and it's just learning from the mistakes. And you're totally right. A lot of times we actually jump on so many different opportunities. Oh, this one is good. This one is good. But it's like, honestly, what is your vision? It's not about me. When I started working with you, I told you at the beginning, and we took us a little bit just for you to start getting beliefs and having that aspect. So first is your mindset. And I know you're reading books and stuff like that. And you just recently had an opportunity to actually go to in LA to an actual event. You met Miha, one of my buddies, and Lucia, and you actually got a chance to talk to Russell Brunson, which was actually, I'm jealous because I haven't met him in person yet. You were actually sitting with, beside him and you were talking and stuff like that. When you surround yourself with the people like this and throughout your journey, when you were working with me and you're learning all the stuff and you actually met some good people that I pointed you to the right people, what does it feel like when you actually surround yourself with all those people that are more successful than you? What does that do to you?
It makes me feel motivated, to be honest. It's like they got to where they at, and it's probably most likely just like me in the same position I was before, but they stayed focused, they stayed consistent, they have belief in themselves, and they made it happen. And that's when they also did a ripple effect with others, because they helping other people out, and those people are helping other people, and those people helping other, and it's like a whole ripple. And that actually, for me, it motivates me. It motivates me, and it's cool just to see how other people work and how they mind work. And it also makes me think of something different than I didn't think before. It was like, whoa, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah. And throughout your whole journey, you were always adjusting, like, yes, I mean, I think for you, I think I kicked your butt more than any other of my students, because I had to just really snap you out of it, because sometimes you get into that zone. It's like, what are you doing? This is not your focus. Because, you were doing the podcast, you're doing this, you're doing so many things, but there's only so much in a day. What is the focus? Like, you need to be, for you to have results, you have to focus on certain things. You want to make a sale. And I know just recently too, I pushed you and I said, go get a job in sales, go get something. And I remember when you walked out of your first day, okay, this is so cool. Actually, when you walked out from the first day on your job, and what did you say, Rafael? I understand sales now, because I just made 400 phone calls and I only had 2 sales.
Yeah.
Remember that time? That was
I
like
remember.
your first day. And
I
then
remember.
yeah. So how tell me, like, because I remember we talked about that. So 400 phone calls, 2 sales. What made you realize at that time is like, what were you doing wrong?
I wasn't getting my offer in front of nobody. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't calling. I wasn't messaging anybody. I wasn't doing none of that. And me going to that job and making calls,
yeah.
And even though I don't know nothing about tools, I made 2 sales.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Like, I don't know nothing about tools, but the company I was working with, and I made 2 sales. But that was crazy. Yeah. Was also crazy is that since we're over the phone, because it was telemarketing, is that you have somebody there to help you. Like Raf, he's here to help us. So it's like he's here to help us. And so if you're having trouble making sales, you can hop on a call with them, and he'll help you with that sale. On telemarketing, it's like another little like a phone connect where the person can hear them. But the guy that hired me, he's been there for 8 years. He don't even need to. Sometimes you don't even need to listen to the phone, but he already knows what the person is saying, because he did the pitches so many times. Is that he's like reading the future. Like he already know what they're saying just by the conversation. But it's
practice. And this is one thing I told you already multiple times. And a lot of times when you come to the business, okay. Hey guys, see you guys from Italy watching as well too. So what's up, guys? Yeah, so what's going to happen is when you're actually starting to do this, and this is something I've been teaching you over and over, and I think that's one of the things that you learn really fast, is when you actually went in and you learned this, you have such an amazing story. You got to start telling your story. You lived in your car, you were a student, you're driving things. That's basically going to inspire another person. Even if you think your story don't matter, it actually matters a lot, because you are going to be the one that is going to inspire. Even if it's one person, you can change someone's life by sharing your story. And I know, remember when you got into the sales and you actually said, I'm like, oh my God, I made 2 sales. What did you do to your business right after that?
I start making plans. Like, okay, this is what I need to do.
Getting in front of the things. Yep. Like that's what I always say, action equals results. And for every student, there are 3 things that I work with. First of all is your mindset, because if you don't have the wrong mindset, it's going to be hard for you to make any money, be successful. Second thing is you got to take care of your health. You got to feel confident about yourself. And it's just not about health, physically, but mentally as well. Third thing, finances. Remember we went over your finances. Yep. You have to make sure your finances are in order, because if you're running a business and you're trying to make money online and you're doing all this stuff and your finances are out of order, just to give you an example, just recently I had a conversation with, I did a strategy call, and they said, I don't have money to run a business. Well, how much do you spend? So we went over a few things and we realized that he's spending $400 on things that are not necessary. So he found $400 that he can have to build his business. And that's the thing about this. It's that once you have those 3 pillars, your mindset, your health, mental or physical, and your finances, then you can learn how to make money and you actually be able to do that. And that's the thing. I think that's what you started doing as well too, which is so cool to see. So Income producing activity, getting the offer in front of people, and you realize that. That's so cool to see. Anything else you can say about working with me? So if someone's watching and they're like, hey, you know what, I've been following Rafael, or I'm brand new, this person might see this first time. What is this few things that you can share with them about me, working with me, and
Also mindset, because I know what I was reading books all that time in 2017, but over the years we worked together. You was kicking my butt and going my own little experience too. And I was like, wow, okay, this is how it's supposed to work. Another thing, gratitude, the book Magic, which I had a crazy experience,
yeah, nice.
which that as well, being grateful, and just that you want people to do better. You want people to do better. You want them to succeed. You want everyone to succeed, and that's for me working with you. And it's pretty cool. Not even that, like you always tell us, like, how bad do you want it? You don't want it bad enough. If and that's another thing that I had to realize too, because I was going through some of Grant Cardone's things, like sales fundamentals, because he had, like, I got an email. I was like, cool, let me go ahead and check it out.
Yeah.
And I realized that when you've been telling me this whole time, even me going through that, I'm like, damn, like, you've been telling me I wasn't really committed. I had no conviction.
But see how crazy it is? It's like sometimes you tell you, and it's like it doesn't click. Nothing clicks, and all of a sudden, boom, goes in. What's up, Elaine? What's up, Ty? What's up, Rose? Thanks, guys, for helping on here. I just have you guys on the phone here. So yeah, no, again, it's like, and that's what it is. It's you going in and stuff. And I love when I work with you, how you were catching on, but then you forget about it, and then all of a sudden something clicks. It's like, oh, all I have to do is get this offer in front of other people, whatever I'm promoting, so I can get more sales. That's it. And then when you start doing that, when you start running advertising, when you start putting more leads and stuff like that, it's it's a matter of time and the compound, but consistency was the key. But I remember, what was that thing? I'm holding your hand underwater. Remember that one?
Yeah, I remember. And you gonna let me drown you, or you gonna fight? You gonna fight for that breath?
Yeah. And I got a new one that I've been using as well too. Is imagine right now, okay, because sometimes it's like to start a business. I don't know, if it's $100, $500, whatever it is. Okay. So let's say you don't have the money right now to do it. What will you do to make the start? Because this business can literally change your life, or starting an online business, especially now with people being home. What can you do to actually work with people? Now, for yourself, remember how I told you that, holding your breath in the water? Imagine now the government is charging you for air that you're breathing, and they'll cut it off if you don't find the money for it, and you have to pay every month for it. What would you do to have that money?
Do whatever
Everything.
I can.
Okay. But what we do is we don't fight enough, and I think you learn really fast how to fight and actually be able to encourage. Anyways, anything else you want to add before we let you go about, let's say, because I know you had so many breakthroughs, and you had so many times that I had to actually remind you, snap you out of it. What are some of those memories, and maybe anything else you want to share?
Whew. I would say
there's lots.
yeah, it's a lot. I would say, man, I can't even think of anything right now, but I'll say one thing would be, like, even with health and finance and being grateful. Because I remember I've been going through the book Magic, and you kept saying, go read through the whole book, go through the exercises. And I wasn't being consistent. I get halfway through the book, then I don't read it anymore. So another thing I'll say with being grateful, gratitude, doing it every single morning, do your best in doing it every single day. And I realized for me, yes, making it a habit. Another thing too, you know what? You just remind me now. You got bad habits, you need to fix them bad habits. The bad habits, you always tell me about that too. And I'm working on it. It's taking time, but I'm working on it. But I'm understanding the more I do things, or when I still I won't say branch off, but still work on myself every day, I'm understanding a lot more what you be talking about, Raph. Like, it's like, whoa.
And then when you get stuck, what is the one thing that you really, do I have time for you to chat with you? And
you said what?
When you get stuck and when you have time, how is it when I'm reaching out to you and stuff like that and keeping you accountable? What is the one thing that you always hear from me?
One thing that I always hear from you.
Consistency is the key.
Consistency. There we go. Yeah, consistency is key.
Yeah, every single time and stuff. And you've been doing actually good. You get certified as an affiliate marketer as well. You went through the training that we provided for you. Can you talk about a little bit about the training, because it was an online training, you've never done it before, but you want to become an affiliate marketer. We actually use Affiliate Institute as the platform. What's some of the things that you loved about the training?
What I love about the training is that they breaking it down where you can understand it and what you need to do. It's very basic, like for the average person that doesn't know nothing about affiliate marketing can come in and understand affiliate marketing. They can understand it.
And you actually have to go through like copywriting, all the courses and everything else. And I loved, you actually had to do quizzes. You go, Rafael, I had to do homework. I have to actually hand in and do a quiz after every single lesson, and you can do it on your own time. So that's awesome. And, you know, like any of you guys that are watching right now, you know, Jaron's got a lot of skills and knowledge. Like he's excellent in graphic design and everything else like that. I've seen some crazy stuff he's been creating. And if anyone wants to maybe reach out to you, I know you had a podcast you were doing, but I told you to put that on hold until you build out the actual business, which is, it's awesome, but you have so many talents, and I'm super excited to be part of this journey with you. I'm super excited to, be your coach, be your mentor, just to guide you through this entire process. And as you guys are hopping on and off, thanks guys for being here. I see so many people hopping on. So if you're watching still here, and if you're just hopping on, maybe watch a replay, comment replay below, let us know. If you're looking for maybe a quick call, reach out to me personally. Don't hesitate. I don't mind helping. And even if it's just guiding you through anything I can help you with or point you to the right person, just let me know. I'll point you in the right direction. You can schedule a call with me, no charge. First 20 minutes, basically, I hop on, and then we'll go from there. But other than that, Jaron, any last words?
Get on a call with Rafal. Get on a call. Get on a call with him. You're going to get you're going to get motivated, not just motivated. You're going to understand what you need to do for the strategy call. And Raf is there to help you guys. He's been helping me along this journey, but I also had to do the work. So also, when he does make a call, don't waste his time, but make sure you go ahead and do the work.
And you're the variable. Like I said, I've been jumping on a lot of different calls, and I'm going to be doing this throughout the week just to show people, but you're the variable to make this work. And it's just find someone that can guide you through this process, because right now life is going to change and everyone has to adjust. So, all right, Jaron, thank you so much for being here. I'm excited for the journey, and then definitely we're going to be in touch, and then we'll go from there. Cheers, bro.
All right. Cheers.